Hello everyone. It's Adrian. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I know I am. You're welcome. Welcome back to the channel where I talk about my unfiltered thoughts and opinions that nobody asked for. If that sounds like something that you're into, you're welcome to the family. Like and subscribe, get comfortable, and without further ado, let's get right into it, shall we? If there is one thing that we can all agree on, is that we as human beings, every single thing that we pursue and we try to work so hard for on this earth is because that we believe that only when we get that thing, only when we are in possession of that particular thing or a goal is when we can finally be happy. Every single thing, every desire that we have, every single thing that we want, just because we believe that only when we have that thing is then we can be happy, you know? And that could be a new job title, a new car, a bigger house, going to a certain college, university, pursuing a romantic partner. We all believe that only when we have these things, then we can be happy. And what if I told you that that is just a trap? What if I told you that it's a lie? What if I told you getting those things and pursuing those things will not make you happy? And I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy here. I'm trying to speak facts, but what if I told you that you will not be happy even after you achieve those things? Because making more money and getting a fancier car, a bigger house, and buying all these fancy things that we really don't need to survive as people, after having our basic necessities met, like food, shelter, water, clothes, the normal basic stuff that you need to survive. Anything that comes on top of that, you don't need that. You don't need that to be happy. And getting bigger things like that for a week or two, will that make you happy? Sure, but only for 2 weeks, a month if you're lucky, and that's it. Nothing of that sort can truly fill you up, fill your soul, and make you happy long term. And I think we've all kind of like fallen into this trap, with advertisement and all these big corporations, advertising that if only you got a nicer car, then you can be happy. Only if you can get like a bigger house or travel to all this destination or have a significant other, then you can finally be happy and live this life. And something that you need to understand is that happiness really is overrated. It really truly is overrated. And this idea of like you can be happy forever, like for the rest of your life, there is nothing, not a relationship, not a material possession, not a job opportunity or an amount of money that can make you happy forever or make you a happy person forever, and you'll just be like this person who lives. Even if you had billions of dollars and you like had all these things that everybody dreams of having, you will never be happy forever. You just be happy for like a few weeks, a month, and then after that you just get used to it. You know, at least that's what I've noticed with myself. I mean, I don't have billions of dollars or anything. I'm just saying that something that I've noticed with myself, and not only with myself, but also from by observing other people, is that when I want something, when I really, really want something, let me tell you something, I will get it. I don't know how, but I'm just kind of good at getting what I want in one way or another. Of course, without hurting anybody, but I don't know, I'm just good at going after what I want. And I always end up getting it. And something that I noticed, something that I realized, is that when I want something and I finally get it, I just get excited for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks max. And after that, it just feels normal. It doesn't feel like this special thing anymore. No, I just feel nothing. I go back to zero. And that is most people. You like want this house and car and this much money. We all know that the moment you reach those goals, you just be like, oh, good, this is amazing, this is great. Moving on to the next goal. You're just gonna keep moving the goalpost over and over and over again, and it just never ends. And actually, there is a name for this thing. It's called the hedonic treadmill. That basically talks about how we human beings, we will work towards goals and achieving certain things and having certain things, only to get there and have those things and get that dopamine hit of finally achieving it, and then be happy for a few days or a week or a few weeks, and then after that we go back to zero. And now we're going after another thing so that we can feel that we can feel that happiness, if you want to call it that, so that we can have that dopamine hit again and again and again, and we just keep chasing things over and over and over again, and it basically never ends, and it's just like this treadmill. I mean, that's why it's called the hedonic treadmill, and it just never ends. you know that happiness is never really long term. It just comes and goes, and that's why I always say that what you want is contentment. That's what you want. That's what you need in your life. You don't need happiness like everybody says you want. You need fulfillment. You need contentment. Happiness comes and goes. There is nobody out there. I don't care how good your life is. I don't care how much money you have or how good you think your life is. Nobody is happy every single day. That is not how life works. Sometimes you are, other times you're not. That's just how things are. And having this idea that by getting these by achieving worldly things you will somehow end up being happy is just silly to me, and it's just a trap. It's a lie, and we've all fallen for it, and it's honestly kind of sad because holy moly, like, it does not work that way. I don't need to be happy. You don't need to be happy. It's impossible to be happy all the time. What you need is to be content, is to be fulfilled. It's for you to reach at a point in your life where you look around and you're like, you know what? I actually love my life. I love the kind of person that I am, the kind of person that I've become. I love the people that I have in my life. I have every single thing that I need and more. I have food, I have shelter, I have money for emergencies and things like that. I'm good. The other fancy things, I don't need that to be happy. Can you go for that? Absolutely. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't have goals and go after things, because I still go after, even after coming to this realization, I still go for things. I still want to achieve certain things, because that's just it. There's nothing else to do. Like, what am I gonna just sit there and be like, okay, this is my life, this is good, I'm happy, I'm content, I'm fulfilled, I have everything that I need. Now I'm not gonna do any other thing. No, that's not how things work. You need to go out there and have things to do and to achieve, because that's just how we're built. Human beings, we're built to work and have goals and go after them and achieve those. You know what I mean? And this is a topic that has come up over and over again throughout history, and we've had philosophers like Epicurus even talk about this, about how we have different kinds of needs. He mostly talk about the natural desires, the basic needs, basically when you need like shelter, food, clothing. That's your natural desires. Then we have the second one, which I believe is natural and unnecessary desires. These are just luxury stuff. You need clothes, but you don't need expensive and luxurious clothes that cost tens of thousands of dollars. You need food, but you don't need expensive food. You don't need caviar and lobsters every single day. And then the third one is vain desires. This is basically like fame, power, things like that. You don't need that. You don't need fame, you don't need power, you don't need extreme wealth. You just need enough money to take care of everything that you need to take care of in your life, but you don't need hundreds of millions of dollars. And once you've crossed that place where you have every single thing that you need to survive, you have food, you're healthy, you have shelter, you have water, and everything is good. Anything that goes beyond that, it's good to have. It's a luxury. You don't need it. It's nice to have, but you don't need to have that in order for you to survive. I mean, that's a thing that you should definitely deep dive into. You know, you can look up Epicurus and look at books, and you can read that and dig that up on your own because it's a pretty long thing to talk about on here, but that's not the point. My point is, you don't need to be happy every single time. You need to be fulfilled. You need to be in a place where you're like, I'm content with myself and my life and where I'm actually at. It's okay if I'm not happy today. It's okay if I'm not happy tomorrow. You can have a bad day, a bad week, even a bad month. It's fine. You're a human being. That's what makes those happy moments special, you know? I think if we were happy every single time, would life even be that fun? No, it wouldn't. You know, maybe this is what I tell myself to cope with hardship, but please bear with me. You can be happy, you can appreciate happiness when you're happy all the time. It's because we go through those motions of good things and bad things. It's only because of those we can then appreciate the good moments, the good stuff that happens in our life. It's like a sunset, you know, when we see a sunset with all these, with the blend of all these colors like yellows blending into oranges and pinks and purples, we like that, we appreciate that. When we see that in the sky, you know, the sunset, we love that because we don't get to see that very often, you know, because the sky most of the time is like blue, you know. But if the sky was like orange constantly or pink and like purple every single time, that wouldn't be special. We wouldn't be able to appreciate it. But the only reason to why we appreciate that is because we don't get to see that every single day. You know, because most of the time the sky is blue, so when it's like it has all these crazy beautiful colors, it's like a special thing that makes us happy, you know? I hope that analogy explained it pretty well. I hope so, you know? That's the point that I'm trying to get at. Stop working on being happy every single time because you will never get there. You will never. There is nothing. No amount of money, no amount of achievements, no relationship or significant other can fill you up and fill that void that you have in you and make you happy every single time. You're just gonna be a slave of external factors. You need to be at a place where you're just content. If things go your way and things go good, amazing. That's a good thing. If things don't go your way and things like fall apart, that's also fine. It's a part of life. That's how things happen, you know, and others call this even like you call this stoicism and being stoic and things like that, but yeah, I guess you can call it that, but it's just basically being detached and not being attached to this idea of being happy every day 100%, because you can never have that. You can never achieve that. Nobody can. I think we all just are in this treadmill trying to chase these things that are basically impossible to achieve, you know. That's it. That's all I have to say for today. Let me know about you guys' opinions and what you think about this. Like always, I love you. Take care of yourself. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. We've been getting some new subscribers. Hello there. You're welcome to the family. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Let me know about you guys' opinions and what kind of topic you want me to talk about next time. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Take care.